Okay, now that we're recording, I want to share this, what is very important, especially when you feel that you're stuck in life, but at the same time, like you're fighting yourself. Why do I need to change when I really like the way I am? I like myself. I don't want to change. That is one of the thoughts that we are always fighting. We are, as human beings, we are always fighting change. We do not like change. One of the reasons, one of the reasons, if not the biggest reason, is that we just feel comfortable. And every time, whatever we do, we are looking to find our comfort. We are looking to feel comfortable where we are. And that's the main reason why we don't want to change, because we work so hard to get to that place where we are and to become who we are, that we don't want to change. Let me tell you about these four things. We have things that we know, but also there are things that we don't. There are things that we don't know. And number three, there are things that we don't know that we don't know. And number four, we simply know that there are things that we do not care to know. I don't know if you are in any of these positions. I think we all are at some point. We all have this in our lives. We all have this episodes, I would say, that we know things, we feel that we know things, things that we don't know, things that we don't know that we don't know, and things that we just don't care to know. So there are many of us that we just hate the word change. We don't want to change. And when we don't know something, that kind of creates fear within us. We don't want to change because we feel that we don't know what is out there. And the fear of the unknown, it's what often trapped us in one place. And we get feeling stuck. We feel that we cannot move on. Now, we feel that we don't have many choices. Have you been in that position? You probably are, or you probably have in the past. But you know, one of those effects that not wanting to move on is actually keeping us living below our potential, and in other words, below our privileges. First of all, okay, if you think that you are comfortable where you are, how you are, living the way you are, like with nothing changing, okay, let's be honest. Let's open up with yourself. You know, at this point, there is no one else here. It's just you and me. Just you and me. Let's be honest with each other. For how long have you been there? And if it's true that you like the way you are and where you are, do you like what you're wearing? Do you like what you're driving? Do you like the place you live, the place you work? Now, do you like the way you behave? Because your behaviors are responsible for everything else around your life. Everything what is surrounding you is nothing else but the reflection of this accumulated results because of your behaviors, things that you do. There are things that we are aware that we are doing, and there are things that we are not. We are just in that auto mode, you know, we just get going life the way it comes, and we are just reacting. What if I tell you that there is a better way? Let me show you this really simple trick that I have right here. Okay, this is just a chain. Okay, this chain right here that you see here is nothing but just a chain. Okay, and this what you see here is nothing but just like a metal thing that what would happen if I let it drop? What do you think is going to happen? You see what happened? You probably were thinking that this thing was going to go all the way to the ground. And it probably, you know, like if it was someone else doing it, probably would get that way. But because I did something, this is what did occur right here. You see, it's like, it's really tight. You can pull it hard and it's not going to come out unless you come and undo it all the way up here. How did that happen? Right? Well, if you knew what I know about this, I don't know everything. I'm not an expert in everything, but this what I'm sharing with you is what I know. If you knew this what I know, do you think you could do it? If I show you that there are elements that we can use to work for us, not against us, would you do it? That's what personal development is. Personal development, we have the wrong idea that when we enter into either therapy sessions, which is not what I do, or coaching, people ask me all the time, so you're helping those that are having like stress or anxiety and mental problems. No, not necessarily. It doesn't matter what part of life or what level of life you're living. If you want to improve yourself, if you want to improve your life, if you want to improve your behaviors, that's where personal development takes place. And as a coach, my job is simply to illuminate those things that are obvious but unnoticed, and bring those things up to your attention, and we can work on those things and be more intentional. Often we will find ourselves things that we like, our passion, where we want to be, having a better vision. Okay. And that when we can see the other side of just the problems, when we can see to the other side of just this mountain of problems and things that will obstaculize our progress, when we can see what is in the other side, then our emotion and our energy will change. We will be ready to work on those things, to actually get up in the morning and start our journey to work to achieve our goals, to a better you, to a better version of yourself. Now that we're talking about being honest with each other, be honest with yourself. Now that you know this, are you still wanting to stay where you are? Are you comfortable where you are? I'm sure that things are changing right now. In order for things to change your life, you need to start changing the way you're thinking. You need to start changing your mindset. Mindset is everything when we're talking about changing. You know, I don't really like the word changing, but things are changing no matter what. Tomorrow is not going to be the same as today. Even if you don't do anything, at the very least, you will be one day older. And that is different. As silly as it looks like, things are changing. And if we can make that little twist to like what I did with this, get the result that you want, why not? Why not doing it now? I know it's hard that you just like make that decision today and tomorrow you are different. You will be different. Maybe not to the point to be the person you want to become, but it's part of it. It's being in the path. Position yourself in that journey. Regardless of where you are right now, I'm saying this. You can get better. Let's say that you're really honest with you and you really like the way you are. Whenever you like something, you want more of it. Isn't that true? What if you can get more of that, what you are? What if you can get more of yourself? A better version, an upgrade in your life. This is it. This is what you can be doing to get that upgrade in your life. And don't settle for just doing that something. Then when you get again to that place where you feel comfortable again, you climatize, you get to that place and then you climatize. Don't just stay there. Enjoy the time, obviously, but then move on. Challenge yourself. Nothing grows in your comfort zone. The real happiness, you will find it when you're growing. And when you're growing constantly, you're going to be feeling that successful. And you're going to be feeling truly happy. Your emotions will change. You know what else is going to change? Your relationships will change. They will improve. Your health will change. You're going to feel better because you are going to be better and you're going to get better. There are things that will be changing in your journey just by twisting by 1 degree or by doing a 1%. Like I said, if you really like who you are right now and you want more of it, this is it. Hire someone, hire a coach. I highly encourage you. If not me, get someone else. If you feel comfortable with someone else, get someone else, but don't stay where you are. That this year, 2022 would be, make this your best year yet. There are many things we can improve. There are many things I can improve. I'm a life coach. Doesn't mean that I have my life fixed. I can always get better. I can always get better. Now, I wrote a few questions here in my notes, okay? And one of those questions is like, what is available? What is available to achieve that goal to become a better version of myself? Well, personal development solutions are available through life coaching. And that way, when not by changing who you are, because who you are is precious, that's the essence of your being. That's not the purpose. Is not to destroy that, to destroy who you are. Is to actually find out who you are and get rid of everything else. From that base, and then shape your life based on the vision that you will have, because you will discover your true potential and you will discover your true purpose to be. Why do people don't live up to their potential? Why do you think? I'm going to tell you this. Often is because they are simply ignorant about it. And when I said ignorant, I don't mean in a way to be offensive, because we all are ignorant at something, but they ignore what their true potential is. Let me tell you this story really quick. I heard this story from someone that I really I appreciate and I admire his leadership. He was telling to the audience the story of a guy that went on a cruise. He always wanted to go on a cruise to get to America, and he saved a lot of money for his ticket because it was a pretty expensive ticket. So the day came, they said farewell. They got on the cruise, and as the days were going by, whenever was time for dinner, for lunch, or dinner, or time to eat, everyone would go to the restaurants and these fancy clubs and do things. And this person that with hard work earned enough money to pay for his ticket, he was just going to his bedroom in this cruise, would open a can of beans and start eating that. That was his dinner or his lunch. And it was everything, it was the same. And the next day was the same day. And you know, the last day when they were coming they were arriving to where they were coming to America, there was a guy that noticed that he was never participating on those events in the ship. And he asked him that question. Hey, every time, let me ask you this question. Every time that it's time for dinner or it's time to do something fun, you always go to your room and I see that you open a can and you eat whatever is in there. Why did you do that? The guy responded, you know, I worked so hard to buy my ticket for this cruise, and I earned enough money for my ticket, but I did not have any extra money to participate in any of those fancy things, going to dinners or concerts or any other things. But just that's why I come and I always just eat my kind of food. To what this other guy responded, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but didn't you know that those fancy dinners, activities in the clubs, and drinks and all of that was included in your boarding ticket? Just imagine this person, the feeling that the entire cruise he didn't enjoy to the fullest because he simply didn't know. I'm telling you, you have great potential within you. There are much more to what you are. If you really like who you are, there is an upgraded version of you. Sometimes what we need to do is just to clean or to renew our software, to give room to that new version of yourself. I have this, I wrote down here 5 steps. I don't know if you can see them, you might see them backwards, but I'm gonna tell you what they are. First, see or be aware of possibilities and opportunities. So the first thing that I always tell people, in order for you to achieve your dreams, the step number 1 is to wake up. Because when you wake up, your eyes get wide open to see possibilities and opportunities. When you see opportunities and possibilities, your energy changes. So your energy stimulates and your emotions are also different. Pay attention to that. Then, when you have your energy and your emotion, right on, ready for what? Ready to discover your passion. And when you discover your passion and you do it, and you're like growing as the way that you're doing it, you will feel more fulfilled. You will feel that you have reached your purpose. You will discover your purpose. And when you get those 1, 2, 3, and 4, number 5 is very important. Do it all over again. Because if you do it all over again, that's where you're going to find your growth. The first one gives you choice. Because a choice is not a choice until you see it as a choice. So when you wake up, your eyes will be wide open to see possibilities and to see opportunities. So that opens doors to choices. The second one will give you the fuel that you need. The third one you will know when you find your passion that that's your journey, you're in the right path. And 4, when you find your purpose, you will feel that that's the destination that you were pointed at. And when you reach that destination, don't settle for that alone. Go for more. Do it all over again. Because remember what I said at first? When you are growing, you're becoming happier. That's where true happiness is found on. Okay? So now, now that you know, okay, now that you know what you know, knowing what you know, do you want to get to the next level? Remember that life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by choice. And at this time, the choice is yours.